When times get tough, Americans get creative in order to make ends meet, and we're talking about side hustles. They've grown increasingly common in recent years, with nearly 40% of U.S. adults having one. We want to bring in our Queen City News chief business correspondent and host of Side Hustle, an original program streaming on Queen City News Plus, Taylor, and you're highlighting a very interesting way that not only one, but many people try to make money using a side hustle.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know I spend a lot of time up here talking about money, right? And in this economy, we know a lot of Americans are financially strapped. So we thought, hey, if the majority of U.S. workers are kind of taking on these side hustles, these side gigs, let's kind of learn about some of the interesting things that they're doing. And this week, we are talking about the hustle of 3D printing. And for those who may be unfamiliar with this art form, and yes, it is an art, 3D printing is essentially using a device to create three-dimensional objects by layering different kinds of materials on top of each other. Well, our guest this week purchased one for about $600 back in 2017 and has been fine-tuning his design and printing skills ever since. These are just some of the prints that he's created out of his home in between classes and his 9-to-5 job. And it's gotten to the point where people want to buy these prints. So he's created a storefront on Etsy where he's now selling his 3D prints to people around the world. What point were you like, okay, I like these. Other people might like these. Let's kind of make this and turn this into a side hustle.
Yeah, it was something I've been talking about for the last couple of years with my wife. And the real turning point was, especially for the Taylor Swift type things right here, we do a lot of custom photos like Father's Day. We got a couple just memorabilia, memory type stuff. And we were talking with family up in New York, and they're like, you have to do this. Like, don't wait. Like, I pushed it off for 3-4 years. And I was like, let's just pull the trigger. We made our logo, we made our shop, and slow start. We're still inching along and getting there and getting more business, but it's the hardest part was that first step, and that's how we got here.
So I think one of the interesting parts of 3D printing is Brian says it's safe to kind of operate on its own. So he can be at work or on vacation, and if he gets a notification that someone wants to buy one of his 3D prints, he can remotely send in that like digital design and then just remotely start his printer. Wow. And boom, it starts printing, and it can take between a couple hours to a couple days depending on how large that print is. It's really fascinating.
This is fascinating, and his stuff's really cool. I mean, you know, whether it's little Disney characters or masks or whatever, and he's perfected that. But what about practical? Has he made anything practical?
So he has gotten some odd requests. We laughed about this in our interview. He had a man reach out to him. I guess he had gotten into a car accident and needed a new part for his car. Which is crazy. Wow. So Brian was kind of taken aback at that. He ended up denying because he wasn't sure exactly how that would hold up, and he didn't want to be, potentially at blame if anything were to happen. But Brian said his home is filled with 3D prints, like from stuff in his kitchen to cups to utensils. Wow. I mean, think about it. Think of how crazy 3D printing could change the world, really. If you're in your home, you break something, or like, hey, we need this frame, you could just print it off and boom, you have it. So yeah, he says his home is full of 3D prints.
And so he bought the printer in 2017. Here we are 2025, and look how far it's come, right? Where do you see 3D printing going?
Yeah, so I put a lot of time researching this because part of me, we talk about AI all the time up here, right? And how AI is being, kind of pushed into our lives, and eventually it's just going to be a normal part of our daily lives. And I wondered if 3D printing could also be like that. And I think one of the interesting parts of our interview is how many people actually have a 3D printer. I didn't know that I knew people, even in this building, that have 3D printers. And I think a big part of that is they've just become so much more accessible. The technology has gotten better and more affordable. Again, he bought his printer back in 2017 for $600. Now they sell as little as $200, $250. Wow. So yeah, will this be something that, like we have a normal printer in our home, will all of us eventually have a 3D printer? I don't know if it'll get to that scale, but it's definitely becoming more widespread. So it'll be interesting to see where this market kind of goes, but it's absolutely growing.
I can see one day regular printers being obsolete. People won't need to print. Everything's digital, and you might have a 3D printer instead. I am curious, with all of the side hustle stories that you do and these the podcast, whether it's 3D printing, if you're interested in a side hustle, I would think the first step is what? Find something you enjoy doing and try to align it with like there's got to be a problem out there. Figure out what the
Yes. problem
problem is. How can you be the solution? And then figure out how to create that, right? If there's no demand,
Absolutely.
then whatever you make is just going to sit on a shelf.
Absolutely, and I
So-
will say not all of the side hustles, not all the interviews I've done have been about a product.
Yeah.
A product. We've interviewed a streamer, but every single one, like you said, mentioned when I asked them what got you into this, it really came from a place of passion, something that you want to do. Because think about it, you work a 9-to-5 job. You're already kind of putting in a whole day's work. You might as well make money doing something that you enjoy doing.
Right.
So it doesn't feel like you're working an extra 15, 20 hours a week, essentially.
And who knows, if it fills a void and more people like whatever it is you're doing, that could become your main hustle.
Yeah, and
You
that's a
never
big
know.
thing. There's a
So-
reason why people are taking on these side hustles, and everyone I've spoken to says they hope to make it their main job.
Their main,
someday.
yeah. A little more flexibility there too. I love it. All right, thank you very much, Taylor. By the way, you can catch Side Hustles on our free-to-download Queen City News Plus app, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire as well. So thanks, Taylor. Appreciate it.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.